Welcome to the Slight Edge Network. My name is Matt Balducci, and what we're going to be covering today is time management. So the 4 principles are pretty simple, right? You have important things in your life, you have not important things, you have urgent and not urgent. And what I found in my life over the last decade is when I understood these principles and I actually implemented them, my life has been amazing. And when I've fallen off the train or fallen off the horse, if you will, and didn't follow these principles, then I got less completed, less accomplished, and I wasn't as successful in that part of my life. So you have basically these 4 quadrants over here. Most successful people and every successful person that I've ever met lives in the world where they get things done when it's important and not urgent. So how does that relate to college students? So college students currently are in finals week, and when this video comes out, they will be starting up their next semester. What happens in college, as we all know, is they do not get taught time management. I wish every university in the world should have a time management training, but they don't. Students go from high school, which is extremely structured, and then they go into college, and what happens is they fall into the trap of human nature. And what human nature is that we focus on the things that are not important and not urgent. So what are some of those examples in college? Something like going to a party on a Tuesday night. Not important and not urgent, but they'll prioritize that over studying for their exam that's on Friday. Now, that's just human nature because, right, I want to be able to go to the party and still study. So why doesn't the college student do that? It's because they don't understand these 4 principles. So let's look at it from an adult perspective. So now I'm 30 years old and I took those same principles, and as a 30-year-old, I run a multi-million-dollar business with 50+ employees. I actually am pursuing fitness and bodybuilding, which you guys can watch some of those videos on my YouTube channel of me pursuing that and using these principles to teach that to you guys. I have a 1-year-old at home, right? I have a wife, obviously, and I also am creating this YouTube channel. So how do I do it all? Is essentially I follow these 4 principles, okay? So let's dive in a little bit more in depth. So when it comes down to the successful people who live in the world, which is important and not urgent. So what can that be in your life right now? So at work, you might go to work and you have a project that pops up and it's important and it needs to be due in a month. And what most people do is they procrastinate on that project until it gets to the point where then it's important and urgent at the same time. And this is which is called stress. So if you look at the quadrant with those 2 where they both intersect, which is important and urgent, that is where things become super stressful. So what I want you guys to understand is, how do you remove stress from your life? You actually have to live in the important and not urgent category. Now, it's okay sometimes to move into the important and urgent, but you want to control that. That's how you control your time. If you really want to be successful, the super successful people have understood that you never, ever want to be in the not important, not urgent, okay? So you never want to live in that category. And a lot of people live in that category. So what that would look like, guys, in general at work would be you show up and for an hour you're on Facebook looking at all the different news feeds and things like that when you should be actually getting your project done for work. Or for a salesperson, they show up, instead of dialing the phone for the hour, they're actually researching how they're going to find a client, right? Again, it's better and more important at that moment to pick up the phone and dial clients than to just research clients, right? And you're looking at that in fitness, same concept. It's the same way of not just going to the gym and having a workout regimen and knowing when you're gonna go every day. It's the person that comes home and they don't have it in their schedule that they're gonna hit the gym. And what you see all the time is then you get home and you make the excuse and you're tired, and that's normal, you're tired. But if you put that in your workout regimen every single day, now you're actually living in those the right principles there. So what I want you guys to take from this video is pretty simple. Once you understand how to control your time, your life's gonna be less stressful, you're gonna get more done, you're gonna be more successful, and at the end of the day, you're gonna be happier. So how do you do that? You need to understand these things. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys subscribe below, and I hope you got a lot of value out of this video.